It's all good. I mean, nothing but good can come out of a beautiful partnership.
Tawana and I put our heads together and we came up with Today's Voice because we wanted to represent two different women and businesses coming together to work as one.
Yeah. Here we are. I mean, now Today's Voice is born. You know, I'm still owner of Today's Woman, a standalone publication.
So even though she owns Today's Woman and I own the Voice Tribune, showing this city that two women can actually come and work together peacefully and do more together than we can if we decided we wanted to rip each other apart.
Especially when you become friends, like you all have. But even looking at it strictly from business perspective, to me it's genius to be able to leverage both publications.
I really like how hard he tried to get us in the same room.
Literally.
And then we were messaging back and
And I
forth.
would say to you, you love Tawana, I would say to you, you love Amelia.
But for the first time, honestly, I never knew what it felt like to be on the other end of someone who genuinely wanted to help with no motive.
Right. I love the name Today's Voice, not just because of the connection between the two publications, but the metaphor of today's voice. Like what you're defining
He's getting
today's
it.
voice is.
You got it.
To that point, I mean, so it's not just media, right? Today's Voice is how do you take a person's brand and elevate it using the tools that we have.
But I know you're proud of yourselves, but do you all feel the power of the decision that you made to work together? Do you all feel the impact that that made in this community?
I don't know if I feel it in the community yet, but I definitely feel it between us because I know at the worst end of any moment of any day where I need a breather and to talk to somebody, I know 10 minutes into our conversation, one of us is going to start giggling our asses off and making us realize that there's something to be learned, something to go forward with, and something to move past.
I will never forget, we had another event and we were trying to get ready to go and we were in her basement. And as I'm getting ready to head upstairs, she stops me and she said, "You know, I see you like a big sister." And she's gonna make me like cry right now thinking about that. In that moment, I'm like, no one has ever said that. Like no one has ever trusted me enough that wasn't my true sister to say that.
I knew you all would get along. I didn't know you all would become like married. I knew you all, I knew it would be a beautiful thing. I just knew it in my heart. What you all are doing is defying the norm. Like you all have done something that most people don't do.
It's not that most people don't do, most people can't do. And I think the reason why most people can't do is it takes a very person that is solid with themselves to look at someone else who is beautiful, smart, and capable and cheerlead them on.
That's what I was about to say. It's being the ultimate cheerleader. And the thing is, with the city, I don't know if they're getting this from us, but we're their biggest cheerleaders.
I don't take these things for granted. I've always said to people that you put people first. Everything else is figured out. Business, relationships, mistakes. But if you put people first and you're consistent, it all comes around. Cheers to turning heads and cheers to breaking glass ceilings.